Welcome back, Augmented Ones. After some trying times and still a few more going on, but we're working on making an effort to get things back up. That way we can spring more videos on you. Now, starting with April's updates. There's a lot of them going on, but a few of them just started. Thanks to the newest update by Niantic for the Daily View. The Daily View will actually show upcoming news events, your current defenders, and any current bonuses that you can get throughout the day, as well as your daily streaks. You got your Pokestops, your catch streak. It'll show a solid yellow if you've done it for the day, or it'll show a flashing yellow circle, whether it is still available for the day. That way you know whether you need to go out and complete that or not. One of the best parts about it as well is that it will show you exactly what day you're on for those bonuses, so you can actually activate a star piece or a lucky egg for that. So definitely exciting to have that in the game finally. And into the Augmented Sync. Starting today, probably by the time you're watching this, if you're watching it, the Trickster event is going on from 8 a.m. on April 1st to 10 p.m. April 7th. With this event, they release a few new shinies. Sudowoodo and Croagunk. Now I know what you're thinking, Sudowoodo has already been available to be shiny, but the Bonsly has been available to be shiny, not the pure fact of catching a Sudowoodo in the wild. There will be special research out that you want to keep an eye out for, and that special research will reward a Sudowoodo. It'll be catch 3 Dittos. Dittos will be more prevalent during this event, so you'll see plenty of them and be able to catch more. The other thing that this event brings on is new PhotoBomb Pokemon. Croagunk and Apom will be available to photobomb any pictures and snapshots of your Pokemon that you take, and it will happen up to 5 times now. When you encounter Apom or Croagunk, those Pokemon are available to be shiny, so that's another 5 Pokemon that you can catch just for free at home, whether you're under quarantine or whatever. Along with the Trickster event. The Trickster Pokemon will be out and about. So Ghastly, Haunter, Voltorb, Fungus, Sudowoodo. In addition to this event, more Pokemon will be available to be caught as Ditto, but so you won't exactly be able to tell exactly which one is which, but your buddy might be able to figure out it for you. If you see your buddy hovering over a Pokemon, it may be that they've discovered a Pokemon that may be a Ditto, or it might be just them investigating. Still needs more clarification on that, but we have seen a few signs of that, so good luck. Along with the addition of this event, Skunkfish has been released. The ground electric type Pokemon from Gen 5 Unova is going to be definitely uprooting a lot of PvP metas, as well as has an interesting type combination. Niantic has noted that it will be extremely rare in the wild, but will be available through field research tasks, in addition to available in 5-kilometer eggs. After the event, Skunkfish will be removed from 5-kilometer eggs, so you will only be able to find them through research tasks, the same way that Spinda is, and through an extremely rare chance through the wild. So you definitely want to keep an eye out for those, communicate with your local Discords and other messenger groups, and just with your local players, whoever's still out and about. Make sure you stock up on as many as you can, and if you don't find the best IVs, make sure you keep it around so you can trade it between other players. You can still keep your 6-foot range, so make sure you take care of that. I was just trading with someone across from, they were parked in a car in the parking lot, I was parked across from them. Did the trade just fine, just communicated through chat. So you want to maintain that range, but you do want to be trading these Skunkfish back and forth. That way you can get the optimal IVs when it comes to PvP. And since it's a new month, we have new field research reward for completing 7 research tasks during the month of April. It will be Alolan Executor. Alolan Executor actually has a chance of being shiny, so you'll have that extra chance at it. It's a grass dragon type, so if you need to work on that dragon metal, that'll help with that. Granted, it'll only be like an extra point or two, but still, it still helps. In addition to a bonus amount of Stardust when you capture the Pokemon. When you capture Alolan Executor, 1 for it being in evolved form, and 2 just as a general increase for cashing in that reward during the month of April. And you want to keep in mind that it starts at 8 p.m. GMT time, or 1 p.m. PST time, or 4 p.m. EST time. You want to make sure that you don't cash in that field research reward until after that time frame. Otherwise, it may still be Ferrothorn from last month. Or, if you're looking for Ferrothorn, make sure that you cash it in before that time frame that we already discussed. Now, as was with most things, everything is being postponed, rescheduled, redone. So this month for the special research for Team Rocket, they're only extending the Shadow Entei one. The shadowy threat grows. So, in the event that you actually still have that research available, make sure that you complete it before the end of April if you're looking for Shadow Entei, or you can do what we're doing, which we still have access to the outside world until the end of the month. If you're unsure whether you will be able to or not, then complete it as soon as you can. Otherwise, you can hold on to that Super Rocket Radar and face extra grunts. That way you can get more mysterious components. That way you can defeat more of the Team Rocket executives or team leaders. That way you can get more chances at Shadow Shiny Pokemon. But if you're unsure if you're going to be healthy enough or have the accessibility to get out during that time frame, then make sure you complete this research as soon as possible, as Shadow Entei, once it's gone, it's gone. The other thing impacted by the postponings or cancels, there will no longer be raid hours on Wednesdays. They may come back come May or some other time should this all clear up quicker, but otherwise, for the time being, raid hours are currently canceled. Although the other mystery bonus is going on. For Tuesday, the Spotlight Hour is still in effect, 6 p.m. your local time, and on Thursday, the Mystery Bonus Hour will still be in effect, 6 p.m. your local time till 7 p.m. your local times. And for the Mystery Bonus Hour, it could be anything from last week was Evolved Pokemon for double XP. Previous week was double Transfer Candy. So you want to make sure you have notifications turned on for Pokemon Go. That way you can see when something's going on in game, and you can be alerted even faster than we can get out the information on our thoughts on it. But make sure you stay tuned to the channel and on social media. That way you can figure out exactly what's going on, what ways we're thinking about how things can be maximized. That way we can digest the information for you, and then you can take it to your local groups and figure out from there. A few more updates that are coming down the pipeline for Pokemon Go. It'll be up to the Great Balls now, which will be 1 Pokecoin for a batch of 50. It's a great deal for Great Balls, so make sure you grab them when you can. It's a one-time purchase. The other bonus that Niantic is doing right now, that way players can still maintain a safe distance from gyms while doing raids, is they're increasing the interaction range for gyms for players. So you can interact with the gym now at double the spacing. That way you can still be in the parking lot, making sure that you're far enough from people, and you don't have to do any risky stuff when it comes to jumping in a lobby, jumping out. So the range is now doubled for gyms, as long as you're not breaking curfew or anything like that. go out and catch them. Another thing you can be doing during this time frame as well is making sure that you have your communication set up with all the friends on your friends list. That way you guys can set up a time when you can do a PvP battle. Now, PvP battles are opened up to players above good friend level. So all you have to do is send a gift to anyone, start that friendship, and make sure that you have daily interactions with that player. That way you can keep the friendship growing. And should this pandemic clear out and the good friend PvP system be reverted to ultra friend like it was in the past, then you'll actually be able, as long as you were doing this style for at least 30 days, then you'll be able to continue the ultra friend PvP battles up until best friend level for easy friendship. Or you could do the old classic way of just sending them a gift every single day if you have an endless supply of gifts. In means of making raids accessible to people in quarantine, Niantic has announced that they're going to make raiding with friends being the key word there, more accessible to players. Now, whether this means that they're going to allow the friends list option to allow friends list to participate in raids that you're already doing, being in a way, call-in style for people to swoop in and help out with raids. It could be a good addition for players that are out doing the work. Then people that are stuck at home can still maintain their distance and still participate in the raid. Or they may implement a completely new system where it may be like a dungeon system, where you actually have to complete the first couple stages of raids and then unlock other raids down the line. So you'll have to complete the 1 through 4 tier raids with people, and then based off of how well you did during those raids, you will then unlock the legendary or EX raids. Now, with a system like this, who's to say that players won't just jump in and don't do anything? We've had people do that in regular raids anytime anyway. Sometimes spoofers would do that. Jump into a raid, not participate in any way, and just get the bonus and let the whole people doing all the work carry them. So, the way that Niantic could actually implement and make a buffer for this, or just make a buffer for players that are less experienced or at a lower level. Quite simply, there will be certain tiers of damage taken, damage done. It can also be graded on type effectiveness, stab bonus, and charge move usage. Saying that a player that has the optimal move set or dodging or dealing enough damage to get just off enough charge attacks before the Pokemon faints could be a great way for players to actually optimize their playstyle and make this a competitive scene. And the other benefit to implementing a system like this would actually be allowing for players to get put into higher priority queues or splitting up the player base. That way, those players that are carrying the team will carry the lower level players, or the lower level players and less skilled players will all get put into a larger lobby for a longer queue time. Meanwhile, the higher skilled players will actually be put into a queue with more skilled players that will be able to beat it in a faster time. These are just some of our augmental ideas, so we'll see what actually comes about from it. And remember, good balls, good calls, good luck. Stay augmented, my friends. We'll catch you in the next one.